my channel. Welcome back. I'm doing this video of like pre new season video or something like that. Like, the Premier League is going to start tomorrow because today is Thursday. I'm filming on Thursday, and tomorrow is going to be the first match of Premier League. But Chelsea is playing on Sunday, so I just let me do this video before Sunday. It might come out before Sunday or it might come out on Sunday, depending on how fast I am with editing the video. But yeah, let's get right into the video. I don't know from the title. I don't know what the title will be yet. I don't know what the title will be, but like I've said, it's just a pre-season video, like my expectations, like basically things that I'm looking forward to in the new season. Like, I will predict the table, or what I think the table will look like at the end. I would also predict the banter clubs, who's up I will be, like, or the people that, or the new teams that I have decided to be their up this year. It won't both like rivals or non-rivals, just teams that like I've just taken a hit into them. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Right, so I hope the sound will be good enough. Like, I'm praying the sound will be good enough. But yeah, I had to write down all these things so that I will not talk out of points. Yeah, but wait there, yeah, did I write it? Okay. So my Premier League table predictions. I have City to win the league this year. I still have them to win the league. It will be a scrappy win, but I still think they would win. Chelsea to be number 2. Is it delusion? Maybe. I still think we'll be in the top 4, but like I feel like number 2 is a stretch. But I will be delusional because I'm a Chelsea fan. Not like Chelsea fans are delusional, but like I have to believe in my team if nobody believes in them. But my delusion does not reach the point of me thinking we'll win the league. If we win the league, you people prepare to be sick of me. Even if nobody's watching this video, prepare to be sick of me. I'll make as many videos, as many TikToks, Instagram reels, anything, post, whatever. I will not let any rival leave it down, basically. Then number 3, Man U, and I have mine as number 3 because like I think they really have a good squad. As much as it hates me to say it, like I'm actually scared for what like Ten Hag is doing in Man U for the first time in like a long time. I'm actually scared of what this coach can do with Man U, and so that's why I have Man U number 3. Like, I don't want to say it, but mine can also fuck around. Sorry for my language. But mine might also just win the league like that. I will still talk about those teams that I think might win the league. But I know these teams will be in top 4 or top 5. Because I think apparently, the coefficient for Champions League this year is 5 slots. So it's going to be brutal. But yeah, my number 3, Arsenal number 4. Because, I feel like my Arsenal also has a good team. I'm going to be their up this year, just like last year. So I'm not going to put them to be in top 3. But I also know that their team is good enough to get top 4 or top 5, whatever. Liverpool as number 5 because I'm looking at some of Liverpool's pre-season matches. Like, obviously they look like they have a good enough squad, but they have lost a lot in the midfield and they have not recruited a lot in the midfield. Even though they have McAllister and like, bad as it bad, they will win. Maybe they will not win all the games against like top 6 clubs, but like they will definitely beat a lot more clubs also. So that's why I have them as 5th. Like, it will be a scrappy 5th or 4th, but yeah. Newcastle number 6 because I don't know. Yeah, they had the momentum last year, but I just feel like this year will not be as smooth and dynamic for Newcastle as it was last year. But you never can tell. And their recruitment is 50-50. Like, I don't know how to like gauge it. until like I actually see them in like a very competitive game. Because obviously against Chelsea they looked good enough, but they didn't look as dynamic as they were in Premier League. And maybe because obviously that game was a friendly or a preseason game, so it's not that deep. But yeah, Newcastle number 6, Spurs number 7. Just because like now the news has come out that Hurricane might, or like they have agreed the fee for Hurricane, so Hurricane will not be there. So because they won't have as much goals, because a lot of last season games Hurricane really pulled them out of like a lot of games that they will have lost or drew, and they grinded like a win. So I don't think it's be that easy for them to grind wins or points this season. Plus new coach, new players, like dynamics, they're mixing. Obviously it's, I would be wrong and they can gel immediately, but and I don't know this coach, like I've never heard of him until like he signed for Spurs, so I don't know what to expect. That's why I have them at 7th. I could be wrong, but I have them at 7th. Aston Villa at 8th because they are a good enough team, but they still have very like mid players. Obviously they have signed good players this season and they could like do a business, and I can be wrong, but I have them to finish in top 10 basically. But Aston Villa 8, Fulham 9, Brentford at 10, just because like they won't have Everton for like the first half of the season, and then that's if they won't keep him in January or after the January transfer window. So that's why I have them at 10. I have Brighton at 11 because I am Brighton up this year. Especially if like they don't sell us Cancelo, I will be praying day and night for their downfall. I have it in mind for Brighton this year. This year, me and Brighton, I'll be praying for their downfall. Pray earnestly for their downfall. I will put them at 11th because like I know that they are still a good team. It's just that me, I want to be their up and I don't have them in top 10. Period. And I also feel like they have recruited maybe 1 or 2 players, but that strain of them playing in Europe and playing Premier League, playing Carabao Cup, playing FA Cup, I don't think their team has that depth all around the pitch. No, like obviously some position they have the depth, but like all around the pitch, I don't think they do. So I don't think they'll survive. Like they'll survive, but they wouldn't be in top 10. That's what me I'm saying. So I have them at 11, Crystal Palace at 12, because I don't know, Crystal Palace is just that team that like sometimes they can make top 10, sometimes they cannot, and they'll just be between like 10 and 13 and just forgotten because nobody really cares about those positions and things like that. So like I just have Crystal Palace there. West Ham 13, and why West Ham even went up is because of like they signed, I think they've signed with Price and Maguire. I know like Maguire is not much of a good player, but like recruitment nonetheless, like it would be bad, but I feel like Maguire just need a run of games to get his confidence back. Period. And maybe my style of play does not fit Maguire, and maybe West Ham's one might fit Maguire. So yeah, then Forest 14, because Forest signed a lot of players last season, but most of them were like 1 year or loan or whatever. So like I don't know how many new players they have brought in or how many they have also lost. So I don't know what to think about Forest. So that's like Forest 14, Burnley 15, and that's even saying a lot because like some people, I've seen some people's predictions that they have Burnley in bottom 3. I think that they will scrap it because I feel like there are a lot more worse teams in Premier League at the moment than Burnley. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have 16 Wolves because I don't know. You know that TikTok, they don't stick out to me. Like they don't stick out to me. So like they are 16, Luton Town 17, and because I just feel like just because of their story and everything, I don't have them at the bottom. I feel like they'll fight relegation battle, but they will just survive. Like they will just be on top of them, which is 17. Everton, I want Everton to get relegated. I really wanted to get relegated. I can't explain why, because like I wanted them to get relegated when Frank Kappa was there. It's weird to say, but like I can't explain it now. But I promise you, to me, it was like legit reasons for that. But yeah, Bournemouth 19. I think Bournemouth to go down. Sheffield United, yeah, they too will go down. So yeah, that's my table for the season. Golden Boot or like top goal scorer, I still feel Haaland, even though some people are like he actually didn't look that sharp in the Community Shield. But like I feel like Community Shield, like people say they're glorified friendly. Like gone are the days where like people used to take Community Shield serious. Not like they've ever rated Community Shield, but I feel like because of the caliber of teams that were up there so many years ago, like it made Community Shield feel like some kind of Super Cup thing or something. So I still have Haaland to finish, and we can't go now. Is Haaland's boots for the taking. Like I don't see the other person that would have said would like give him run for his money would have been Ivan Toney, but it's gonna be 6 months behind. Except he goes to like a club, a big six club that has like the support for him to score goals and the run of fixtures for him to score those goals or whatever. But yeah, I would have said Jackson, just because I'm a Chelsea fan. And like he looks so literal, like he looks so good. Like I'm just like, is this what it's like to have a striker? Because I feel like in the last 3 or 4 years, I don't think Chelsea has had a striker. I don't. Like since maybe 2020 or 2019. I don't think I've had a good striker. But yeah. So it's either Haaland or Jackson. That's just me stretching for Jackson, but I still think Haaland would be the top goal scorer. I know some people will have still said Salah might have a shot, but I don't think so because of like the people they have lost. Even though like they still have good enough like attacking support, but I just don't think Salah might have that goal contribution like that. If anything, I don't think he might have more assists than goals this season. Just because of Nunez and Gakpo and what's the other shots guy's name? I don't know. What's his name? I can't remember. If I remember, I'll insert it. But yeah. Playmaker, still think it to be De Bruyne or Bruno. De Bruyne or Bruno. It's so crazy because I don't like Bruno, but like I'll give you your flowers but like I'll give you your flowers if you deserve it, that kind of thing. So like De Bruyne or Bruno for assists or like playmakers or most assists or whatever. Most clean sheets, I think it will be Edson because he has the best defenders in front of him in my opinion. Obviously he will concede some goals, but him for me, like because all the other teams like Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea, like yeah, they are, I don't know. Let me remember Chelsea. Let me remember Chelsea. We might have a good defense, but we don't have a good keeper. Man U has a good keeper. Their defense is still like a bit iffy in a way. Their defense is still iffy in a way. Like it's not everybody that is like 10-10, you know. So that's why like I'm not. Arsenal also they have good defenders again, and like Ramsdale is a good keeper, but I feel like they will concede, obviously, but I don't think he would have the most clean sheet. He might have the biggest shot against Edson, right? But I still feel Edson would be the one to have the most clean sheets. And it's so crazy that the guy was on that one last season, but such is life. What else? Like I said, clubs that will be there up. Arsenal for sure. Man U for sure. For very personal reasons. Like before I didn't care about mine. Like obviously they were rivals, I never liked them, but like because I know so many people that support mine, so sometimes I'm not always like against them, but I'm still against them. But now I'm against them if mine does not have like what do you call it, enemies or like people against them. I've died. Like if they have zero means I'm not more alive. God forbid, but like Yeah. So Man U, Brighton, Everton. I don't know why Everton, but like I feel like for me, if a team fights relegation 2 seasons in a row, I just feel like you should go down. Like, period. You should go down. Obviously, it's good resilience. They have been up one of the longest teams to not have gone down. If not the longest. They fought relegation twice. Their story is nice, whatever. But I'm just like, if you are in relegation battle 2 seasons back to back, you should go down. Like, you should go down and come back up, whatever. So those are the 4 teams for me. Which club do I think would be the better club this season? I feel like Man City will be to an extent, just because like a lot of people are like salty about their win, right? So yeah, I would have talked about Chelsea's transfer market, but I don't know. Let's leave that one. Like, I'm still processing my feelings about it. Season expectations, like Chelsea's season expectations for me is we have to get top 4. Like, there's no excuse. We're not in Champions League, we're not in Europa League, we're not in Europe at all this season. So we're only going to be playing Premier League matches, FA Cup matches, and Carabao Cup matches. And that's like average, maybe not average, like that's one game a weekend for a long time or most of the season. So I don't want to hear any excuse or fatigue or whatever. Like, there's nothing, obviously they'll have fatigue or whatever, but one game a season for like a long time for me is too much for us not to qualify for Champions League this season, or like qualify for Champions League next season. Like, top 4, top 3, top 5 at best for us. Not at best, at worst, top 5. That's it. Like, anything below that for me is a failure of the season. Obviously, if we can win like Carabao Cup or FA Cup with top 4, I would say that's a victory. But if we can win the league, lovely. But for me, minimum is top 4, top 5 with an additional trophy. That's just me being what do you call it? That's just me being greedy. Yeah. We have to definitely score way more goals because we're buying a lot of attacking like options, so we have to score more goals. We just have to score more goals. It's so sad that Nkunku is injured. Then like to like when they even see December, that's so bad. Jesus. And like I knew it was bad when he couldn't continue in that preseason game, because I was like, bad as it bad. Like, even if they don't want to escalate it by not asking him to like try if he can shake it up. But once he was like, nah, he cannot continue, I was like, this is looking bad. But yeah, people were like silent and hopeful. I was like, okay. I said we should consider averagely, because I thought like with Kepa and like Sanchez maybe alternating, like it wouldn't be that bad. But now that like Kepa might go and Sanchez, I'm not too sure of Sanchez being our number 1. People are hopeful, but I'm just like, I know that Kepa is not the best, but they say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. So I don't know. I'm not really convinced about Sanchez, but yeah, people will always be excited about something new, which is what I feel it is about Sanchez. But yeah. That comes the end of my video, guys. You know, the Premier League is back. I'm too excited. I don't know if you can tell, like I'm excited, like preparing. Like, I hate that it's Man City and Burnley that are starting, but you know, it's good for jokes, because if Man City beat Burnley, it would be jokes. Like, they will trash them and it's just banter. Like, Burnley will start off on a bad note, but if Burnley grinds results, that would be like, people will be looking at Man City like, oh, could it be that this season is not theirs? Like, all of that. So yeah, it's looking up. It's looking up. But yeah, like I said, that's the end of the video, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I'll see you in my next video, which will be like Chelsea. As I said, pre, but it's most likely I'll do post reaction match video. So yeah. Bye, guys.